Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing this video on creating a home certificate authority so that you can sign your SSL sites in your home network and have a valid certificate for your SSL sites. In the internet, you can always use the Let's Encrypt to get a free SSL certificate to have a valid certificate for your SSL sites. However, that doesn't quite work in your home network. So in order to not get those annoying accept the risk continue HTTPS warnings in your home network, what you can do is you can create your own CA or the certificate authority. You can import that CA into your browsers or the devices that you will use in your home network. And once you do that, you can sign any HTTPS certs or the SSL certificates with that CA, and those will be trusted in the devices that you have imported the CA cert. Basically, it's a one-time thing. You import the CA cert one time into your device, and then moving forward, all these certificates that are signed by that CA are trusted in your network. So it's kind of like, you are trusting the CA just like the public certificate authorities, if you will. The way it works is our operating systems have a list of trusted CA certificates, and those are the entities like VeriSign or Let's Encrypt and all those trusted authorities that are supposed to be signing the certificates. When you create your own CA and import into your device, that means that you are trusting yet another CA, and we will use that CA to sign the certificates in our home network. Now I'm going to show you how to do that. I have created a script to make it easier. So we'll just use that script, generate the CA, we will generate a SSL cert, and we will see how that works and how that we avoid any annoying accept the risk and continue type untrusted SSL banners and warnings. So I have the script on, you can find me in GitHub with the username AmitN322. So if we go here, let me go to the repositories, the local CA. So I have two scripts here. One is the createca.sh and there's the createcert.sh. Let's just look at the cert real quick. The createca.sh, you only run this once because you are only creating the CA cert once. This is an example. You can look at the commands that are being used to generate the CA. It's nothing fancy, just the OpenSSL REQX509, and then we're just creating the key and the certificate. Once you are done with creating the CA cert, then you can run this createcert.sh multiple times, as many times as you need to create a new cert. Every time you need to create a new cert, you run this createcert.sh, and that will create a new certificate for you. It looks like I did also update the script to support the IP address. So let me see if I can update that real quick. I don't seem to find it right now, but what I will do is I will update this script when I can. Just need to add the IP address here, and then in the script I would just ask for if you wanted to use an IP address as well. So when we have that, you can also have a valid SSL certificate for an IP address. So now that's it about the SSL cert, the create cert. All it is doing, it's taking your information. So for me, I'm just using this. I guess I could add that as a prompt as well, but that would defeat the purpose of having the script if you needed to enter that every single time. What you can do is you can update this with the whatever state, city you are in, and that should be it. Now let's go ahead and use this to actually generate certs. Let me just log into box that I can use. I have a Raspberry Pi running at this IP address. So let me see if I can log into this box. Hopefully. Okay. All right, so let me just go to the TMP. What I'll do is I'll clone this repo. So copy that, hit clone. All right, so go to the local CA. As you can see here, there's the createca.sh and there's the createcert.sh. Let me go ahead and do createca.sh. So it'll just ask you for the output CA file name without the extension. It'll create the extension. So let's say I'm going to say test CA, right? You can name it home CA, whatever you want to. And then it will go ahead and generate the CA. So the other thing to note is that whenever you use this CA and sign a cert, because you have imported this CA, it will not throw any warnings. So you want to make sure that you protect this with a password and that only you know what the password is. All right, so now if we look here, we have the testca.key and then the testca.pem. So those are your CA certs, right? Now let's go ahead and generate a cert. Let's say create cert. Okay, so it asks for the domain, right? So whatever domain you want to do, you can do like local.home or whatever you want. I just like to end it with .home so that I know it's my home network. So for example, let's say local.home for this example. The CA file name is going to be testca. You don't need to put the extension in there. You just do this testca. Okay, so it asks you for the password for the CA that we created, right? So use that. Oops, you know what? I just made a little bit of a mistake here. Local.home. I'll just go ahead and remove that. myself local.home star. Okay, I just need to update that. Create cert. It's not the domain name. I guess it's the domain name, but should have worded it better. Enter domain versus. I should probably say common name or the site name to make it easier, right? All right. Okay, so we'll go ahead and generate that again. Okay, so the site name, whatever site you want to use, right? So I'm going to say test.local.home, for example. So that's the site that I'm going to be accessing as, right? The CA file name is testca. I'll ask for the key password. And that's it. So now I have the test.local.home.crt, which is the certificate file, the test.local.home.csr, which is the signing request. We don't need that once it is signed. That is used to send that request, the signing request, to the signing authority, CA in this case, because we are local and we are our own CA. We just sign it using that CSR already. And then this is the test local home.key, which is the private key for that certificate. So now what we will do is I'm going to move the test.local home. Oh, well, I guess I could just leave it there. All right, so I have an Nginx server running on this box. listen. So I have the 443. Yep, it's being used. So data web config. I have the block. Yep. Okay. So what I'll do is I will create another test.conf. And we will do is we'll say server. We'll just do the server block here. Listen 443 SSL HTTP2. We'll say server underscore name. So the server name for this case is the test.local.home, right? And then let's say the root of the web server is I don't know, var dub. Let's see if that directory exists. Var dub. Yep. Okay. So I'll say var www.html/test/test. Okay, that's good enough. Then we will say SSL underscore certificate, which is going to be tmp local ca slash I don't remember test.local.home.cert. Okay, so that's the certificate file. SSL underscore certificate underscore key is going to be tmp local ca test.local.home.key. All right. I do have another video that talks about how to use the SSL configuration in the Nginx. It's very detailed. This one, I'm just going to go over the basics. So I'll just do the minimal configuration. So if you want to learn more about how to do the SSL configuration in Nginx, make sure to watch my Nginx video tutorial series. This is that, and so this should be enough. Minimal configuration. Let me check. Okay. All right. Let me check something real quick. Yep, that's the problem. Bar run Nginx. So let's see. Oh well, ls. So if we look back at the nginx.conf, it has the var run nginx.pid. I believe if I comment that out, that should be fine. Oh, I need to. Some root now. Let's see, Nginx. Oh, well, I could just do it from here. Let's copy this out. It'll just take the default PID file if you comment that out. So that's that. Okay, so the Nginx config is good. Let's go to var www HTML, make directory test. And then inside test, we're just going to say index.html. This works, right? Okay. All right. Nginx -s reload. Okay. That's good. But now we need to point this to this IP, right? I mean, since you can do it, if you have a home DNS server, you can do that from your DNS server. I'm just going to, I do have a DNS server, but not everyone will have that. So what I'll do is I'll just edit the etc host file and we will do it from there. Open, go to C, Windows, System 32, drivers. No, let's see. If I can only remember. Drivers etc. Okay, I don't know why it wasn't showing there. So what we will do is 192.168.100.1721 is going to be test.local.home. Yep. Let's do that. Okay, and save it. So now we should have ping 192.168.100.1721. Okay, that's there. Now let's try to see if we can open that up. Test.local.home. Okay, and you can see, let's just check to see what kind of advanced proceed. So this is the warning banner, right? I don't know why that is not showing properly here, but I think what I can do is inspect, go to security somewhere here, security, and view certificate, right? So as you can see here, so this is the test.local.home issued by, so that's the name of my CA, right? So that's how it is issued. And because we haven't trusted the CA yet, we have that not secure, or this page is broken type thing, right? So now let's go ahead and import that CA into our certificates, right? So TMP, go to the local CA here. Let me see, cat testca.pem. So I'll just put that into a notepad, and file save as. We'll just say testca.pem. I'll just save it there. And what I'll do is cert mgr.msc as in Windows, at least. In Android and things like that, you could probably just double click the cert and it'll get imported, at least in Android. I have not tested this in Linux environments, so all right, so here we'll say all task import, next, browse, desktop, and we'll just say all files here, testca.pem, and we're importing this, finish. So you just need to make sure that you confirm that you want to import this cert, because once you do, anything signed by this certificate is going to be blindly trusted, and you won't get that untrusted banner, right, or the warning. So okay, that's now imported. So I guess I'm probably gonna have to do a new incognito window, https test.local.home, and you can see that the certificate is now trusted. You don't get that banner, right? Now go to the security here, and then you can see that the cert is valid and trusted, right? You can see the certificate, and if you go to the certification path, you don't have that anymore, so it's now trusted. So now you can just go back in here, and then you can always, like, now you can create as many certificates as you like and sign with that. So for example, let's say we're going to do sh create cert.sh, and we're gonna say test2.local.home, for example, right? And then the file name is going to be testca again. Okay, we need to enter the password for the private key for the CA. So now we have the test2.local.home key. Now what we can do is just go to the data web configs, nginx, sorry, not the nginx, test.conf. What we will do is now, instead of the test, we'll do the test2, right? So test2, test2, and now we don't need to, like, we don't have to import the nginx -s reload. We don't have to systemctl restart nginx. Okay, so now we don't have to import that CA cert anymore, right? That's the thing that I wanted to show you. So if I now go here and then say create test2, now if I go back to my browser and do the HTTPS test2.local.home, that just works, right? I don't have to import the CA anymore, because once the CA is imported, and we're just signing with the same CA. If you look at this, the CA is the same, right? So it will always be trusted as long as you have that root CA certificate imported and trusted into your certification authorities. So that's how you can use a valid SSL cert in your home network. I use this for my NAS, for my router, everything I have in my home network that's SSL can be SSL. I enable SSL and then use this certificate, and really works great for me. I hope it works for you guys as well. That's it for this video, and I really hope this video is useful and will help you guys have valid SSL running all in your home networks. I hope this video is really useful. As always, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and any comments, leave the comments below, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching.